Oh, okay. I think we're live. Okay. This is my first live, and I was trying to work it out, but I guess it's all live. All right. So let's see. Today is February 14th, and it is Valentine's Day here. And I'm going to, I guess, work on the theme of love. I'm challenging myself to do my first live bag of words and to try something new. All right, let's see. Okay, my first word for today is sadness. All right, let's see what else I get from my bag of words to see what else I'm inspired to share. Oh, faith. All right, so we're going to start with that, sadness and faith. Sadness. Immediately when I saw sadness, I could feel the sadness in my body, right? It was almost like I resonated with the words, and I could feel that sensation and how heavy that feels in our body. But it's important to know that even when we have heavy emotions, right, we're not necessarily having, let's say, the worst experience emotionally, meaning that we are able to tolerate having emotions because they're transient. And sometimes, yes, they can hang around longer than other times, but we are able to create some movement and some shift. And we can do this many different ways. But now, right, as I'm thinking of the second word, which is faith, is that faith is one way that we can help ourselves out of an emotion. In other words, if we're feeling sadness for whatever it is, whether it's because something didn't go our way, or, we are feeling like we lost something that was meaningful to us, special to us, we, can find ourselves feeling sad, which is normal, right? But we want to be able to hang on to something, create an anchor for ourselves so that we can shift, right, from that sadness into something else. And that's not to say that we have to rush ourselves out of any heavy emotion. It's okay to feel the sadness, right? It's not like, oh my goodness, this is like the worst thing to feel. It's an uncomfortable emotion, of course. It's not one that we desire, but it's not the worst emotion in the world. It is something that we can train ourselves to tolerate, and we can also learn from it. We can spend some time with it. We can say, we can notice it, right? And then say to ourselves, interesting, look at what I'm feeling right now. And then, we can shift into just getting to know that sadness better. What is it trying to tell us? What is it trying to teach us and show us? And we can take that opportunity to learn and to grow. And then we can anchor ourselves into something else, right? So whether, we think of something inspirational, or we remind ourselves of our own personal beliefs and something bigger and greater than ourselves, right? That helps us then cultivate a sense of connection, and also to the possibility, right, of things being able, for our awareness to shift to the possibility of things, I don't want to say getting better, but shifting. It's really it. And the reason why I don't want to really say getting better is because it's almost like it has to be better for us to feel good. Not necessarily. We can feel okay with what is. It's like learning to tolerate that things aren't always going to be the way we want them to be or exactly as we need them to be, but we're still okay. So it's really more about shifting out of that space, because we're remembering, right, that there's something bigger and greater than us, that there's this divine energy that lives and breathes through us, or we're shifting our attention in another way that allows us to then, right, break out of this space emotionally and come into this space emotionally, and not just stay in a space that doesn't feel good to us and feels really yucky. So yeah, that's what's coming to mind with those two words. Let me see. Like I said, this is my first live, and I was still trying to navigate a few things. And then somehow I went live. I don't know what I missed. But anyway, okay. So let's see. All right. So I'll choose one more word from my bag of words. And yeah. And abandonment. Okay. So abandonment is interesting, right? Because it makes me think, right, the connection with sadness, that whenever we feel emotionally abandoned, we're definitely going to feel sad. And it is something that really goes deep for us. It's like, it's not like a surface level sadness when we're in the space of feeling abandoned. Whenever we're feeling emotionally abandoned, it is very heavy for us, but it's also designed, right, to teach us that there's something going on. There's something that, I'm getting notifications here. There's something that we need, that we can, and when I was going to say need, but yes, that we need to really work through, that we need to understand better, because we don't want to stay in that space that is just draining us. And whenever we're feeling emotionally abandoned, that means there's something that we need to learn. There's something that we need to address, and we don't want to continue ignoring it, because that's going to exacerbate our sadness. And of course, we're going to feel really yucky. And what we have experienced, as abandonment goes deeper and is more elaborate than just the emotion that is attached to it. And that's what we really want to understand. And we want to know that we can tolerate that emotion. And we want to remind ourselves that we're not walking alone. And that when we go into trying to do the work and understanding that emotion better, that we can bring in some divine protection with us, right? We can ask for guidance and to be given the information that we need, or for that awareness. When I say given, it's really more coming to our awareness, right? It's we have the information within ourselves, but it's like awakening that information, right? Bringing it to the surface so that we can address it and deal with it, and not allow it to just continue hanging around and leaving us feeling yucky, or holding on to old stories that weigh us down and really interfere with all of our relationships, right? Which is something that we want to shift from, because it's going to be hard for us to cultivate loving relationships, deep connections, when we're feeling abandoned and we're expecting, right, for that story to continue to repeat itself. We're going to block ourselves, we're going to self-sabotage, and we're going to not cultivate, right, what it is that we're looking for. And we want to break away from that, right? There's this wholeness that we want to feel inside. There's this love that we want to feel inside, and not just on Valentine's Day, but every single day we want to feel that love. We want to feel that connection to our soul, to something bigger and greater than ourselves, and to our essence. And so we want to start, right, taking the challenge of getting to know anything that comes up when we're feeling that sadness, or if we're having any feelings connected with abandonment, or any thoughts related to feeling abandoned. We want to be able to, right, create a shift and a new awareness, so that we can show up different to life, or else we'll continue to repeat the patterns. So, or interrupt our ability, or sabotage our ability to have true, authentic, lasting love. Instead, we'll just, run from it, or have superficial levels of love, but never really the love that we're seeking on a soul level and on a heart-based level. So yeah, that's what's coming to mind. I also want to share that next Thursday, I will be doing my first container circle. It is from oppression to expression. And it is a container where we're going to be able to spend some time together. We're going to spend an hour together. We'll get to share, a couple of things, and create an intimate, a sacred space for ourselves to learn from each other, but also, right, to expand and to start shifting from the way we're thinking about something, and building, up out of that, like, let's say, any heaviness or anything like lower in energy, and bringing ourselves up and giving ourselves a space, right, to challenge ourselves and to create a voice where we can express ourselves more authentically and show up that way for ourselves. So it's going to be an organic, space, but at the same time, I'll be doing exercises based on whatever is going on, and the vibe and the theme and the energy of the group. And I'm going to be, organic about that, but we'll definitely be doing things that's going to help us kind of, ground, get connected with ourselves, and show up differently for ourselves, because the theme is from oppression to expression. It's time to be free, and there's no reason not to be. All right, so I'm going to end with that. I don't see any comments, so maybe I'm missing it. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's my first live. I did watch a video on how to go live, but clearly I have a lot to learn. Let me see. I'm going to press this button here to see if there's anything there. Nope, no questions yet. Well, you know what? If there are any questions, I guess I'll hang out for a couple of seconds and see if there's any questions. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Hi, lead with love. I love that. Okay, lead with love. That's what I'm talking about. We want to lead with love. We want to lead with freedom and that heart-centered love, right? And that pure love, and allow it to pour through us, from us, and into our relationships. Love that. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate that. Lead with love. It's sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's see. Okay, I see. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see something here that says wave, so I'm going to wave. Okay, so I'm going to wave to the Lunar Goddess. Okay, I don't see any other waves. Like, they were there and then they disappeared. So hi to everybody who was able to make it today. Thank you. I know this was like kind of like a last minute thing, meaning I didn't set it, but I will be doing that. I think moving forward, I'll just set it so that, you know, people know, and whoever's available and feels inspired to join can join. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of the day as well. Lead with love. And yeah, and for everybody else who was able to make it today, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day. Whether you're celebrating Valentine's Day, the day of love, or not, it doesn't really matter. It's really more a day, right, in the calendar. But ultimately, right, the theme is love, and us becoming more conscious of how we love and sharing that love in a very authentic way, as authentic as we can anyway. All right, so I'm going to end with that. Thank you and have a beautiful day.